Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video we are going to make a comparison between the Samsung Galaxy A52 5G and the Redmi Note 10 Pro device. Both devices have been launched recently, so both are coming with some great spec sheet inside. So starting from the Galaxy A52 5G display, we are going to see a 6.5 inch of Super AMOLED display, which is going to be coming with 120 Hz of refresh rate, 800 nits of brightness, Gorilla Glass 5 protection, IP67 water and dust resistance, and there is going to be an under display fingerprint scanner as well. Whereas the Redmi Note 10 Pro is coming with a 6.7 inch of AMOLED display on the front side with 120 Hz of refresh rate and a peak brightness of 1200 nits here. It's also protected by Gorilla Glass 5 protection, and it will have an IP53 splash and dust resistance available. Unfortunately, we don't have any kind of under display fingerprint scanner, and instead of that we are going to see a side mounted fingerprint scanner in the Redmi Note 10 Pro device. Moving on towards the back side, we have a quad camera setup in the Galaxy A52 5G, and it's going to be coming with a 64 megapixel of a main sensor, and it is also going to be supported by optical image stabilization. And with that we have a 12 megapixel of ultra wide camera, 5 megapixel of a depth sensor, and a 5 megapixel of macro shooter on the back side of the device. Whereas the Redmi Note 10 Pro is going to be coming with a quad camera setup on the back side, with the main sensor is going to be of 108 megapixel, whereas the other sensors are going to be a 5 megapixel of a macro camera, 2 megapixel of a depth sensor, and 8 megapixel of ultra wide camera. Moving on towards the internals of both the devices, the Galaxy A52 5G is going to be coming with a Snapdragon 750G processor inside, which is obviously going to be performing even better than the Snapdragon 732G, which is coming inside the 4G variant of the Galaxy A52. On the other hand, the Redmi Note 10 Pro is coming with the Snapdragon 732G chipset inside, which is obviously going to be a little bit on the lower side as we compare it with the Snapdragon 750G chipset. Talking about the selfie cameras, the Galaxy A52 5G is coming with a 32 megapixel of a selfie camera on the front side, whereas 16 megapixel of a camera sensor is available on the Redmi 10 Pro device. Moving on towards the storage option, we have 6 gigs and 128 gigs and 8 gigs and 256 gigs in the Galaxy A52, whereas 3 variants are going to be seen in the Redmi Note 10 Pro device. 6 gigs of RAM, 64 gigs of internal storage, 6 gigs and 128 gigs of internal storage, and 8 gigs and 128 gigs of internal storage are available. In terms of battery, the Galaxy A52 5G is coming with a 4500 mAh of a battery cell inside, whereas the Redmi Note 10 Pro is coming with a 5020 mAh of a battery capacity with a 33 watt of fast charging support inside. So overall, both the devices are looking great on the spec sheet, but honestly, if we look at the spec sheet of the Redmi 10 Pro, it is going to be absolutely amazing, particularly the reason behind that, the camera sensor which is coming inside. But the performance wise, I think that the Galaxy A2 is going to be even better than the Redmi Note 10 Pro, just because it is going to be coming with a superior processor inside. Anyhow, let me know your thoughts. What are your opinion about both the devices in the comment section below, and if you are new here on the channel, do consider subscribing it. Thanks for watching this video. Peace.